Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of my Blu-ray pickups haul. Got another nice stack of new releases and catalog titles and whatnot. So let's start things off with The Savage Innocents, which is released by Olive Films. And it's not too often we get to see a film about Eskimos, but we do get one here. And it's directed by the legendary Nicholas Ray in 1960, who directed films like In a Lonely Place, They Live by Night, as well as Rebel Without a Cause, and Johnny Guitar, which Olive Films released as a Olive Signature Collection, which features a brand new transfer that looks really stellar. So this film stars Anthony Quinn, Yôko, Tani, as well as Peter O'Toole. And this is the first time Anthony and Peter worked together. And as you may remember, 2 years later they starred in the epic film Lawrence of Arabia. Incredible film. So in The Savage Innocents, Anthony Quinn plays a Eskimo who is trying to make ends meet by hunting wildlife to survive, living out in the cold. And he thinks all is well until a bounty hunter, basically the police, are hot on his trail for a crime that he committed in the past. And Peter O'Toole plays that bounty hunter, that policeman that's trying to look for Anthony Quinn. And I thought it was a really fun film. It's nicely directed, well acted, and it has some really nice cinematography. I had a really great time watching this film. And as far as the presentation goes, for a film from 1960, I thought they kept the film in really great shape. So I'm going to rate the picture quality a 4.5 out of a 5. And I'm going to give the audio mix a 4 out of a 5. And there's like this slight pop noise towards the end of the film reel when the movie's about to end. So that's just really quick as far as the audio. I guess something was just cut on the film strip, so you kind of lose that audio for like half a second, but it's not a major issue at all. But yeah, the transfer wise, you're gonna get some specs that will show up here and there, very minimal. It's not that annoying. It's not gonna get in the way of things. Slight amount of softness here and there. Other than that, really nice sharp looking image with great color saturation. You guys will be quite impressed. And the aspect ratio for this film is in the 2:35 format. Let's take a quick look at the packaging itself, and I really like this artwork. Nicely done on that. Spine for you. And as far as special features, you don't get any special features. However, English subtitles are included, so that's always great. And here's the artwork on the disc itself. And that is The Savage Innocent, starring the legendary Anthony Quinn and Peter O'Toole. Alright, my next brand new pickup is Life, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, also co-stars Rebecca Ferguson and Ryan Reynolds. I actually liked this film, although going in I didn't think I would, but the first half hour was a bit slow, but the suspense picks up from there on. And the story-wise, it's not a new idea by any means. It's basically like an Aliens type of film, but not as great as Aliens. But it was still a really fun watch. I'm definitely going to keep this one in my collection. You get a few special features and whatnot as well. But yeah, it's like this life form that gets created in the International Space Station, and it just begins to attack each and every one of them. And it's basically a race to survive. That's what the story is about. But yeah, give it a try if you haven't seen it, but don't expect anything new from it. My next pickup is a brand new release from Criterion, that is They Live by Night, which is a film noir movie from 1948, and it's once again directed by Nicholas Ray. And I know Barnes & Noble is going to have that huge 50% off sale next month in July, but I only paid $17 and change for this, and I got it used, but it was basically in brand new condition, so I'm like, let me get it now, because I'm going to pay much cheaper than what I would have paid with Barnes & Noble. So for that price, I couldn't say no, so looking forward to checking this one out. The next film I got is The Barefoot Contessa, starring the legendary Humphrey Bogart, which is a Twilight time release. And their releases are relatively expensive, somewhere around $30, $35 when it's not out of print. After that, it skyrockets pretty high. But periodically they'll have sales, and you can save $10 or whatever they decide the sale will be on. But yeah, I've never seen this film. Huge fan of Humphrey Bogart, of course. This is the 10th Bogart film that I now own on Blu-ray, so I've been trying to complete all his notable films, so I'm really happy to own this one, and yeah, I'll check it out and see what it's all about. My next pickup is the Batman Anthology collection on Blu-ray, the original release, and I actually own the 4-film collection, which is all 4 discs in one Blu-ray case, but I thought I'd go ahead with this one because I'm a huge fan of each film having its own artwork and whatnot, and I only paid $12 and change for this one, so I thought that's a really good price. So yeah, it has all original artwork for each film, so pretty cool. Not bad for the price either, so I'm really happy to own this one. Alright, the next film I got is the re-release edition of Mrs. Doubtfire, which also includes the digital copy. And that's the main reason why I wanted to get this one, because of the digital copy to add to my Voodoo library. But always love this film. It's just an absolute classic. Robin Williams at his best. And I only paid $4.50 for this one, so really cheap price. So yeah, nice artwork on there too. I also got the underrated Schwarzenegger film, that is Red Heat, also co-stars James Belushi. Always liked this one, but yeah, it just never really became popular as Schwarzenegger's other notable films. But yeah, he plays a Russian in this one, and he travels back from Russia to Chicago to find this guy and bring him to justice for the murder of one of his partners in crime. But yeah, really great film. Definitely give this one a try if you've never seen it. But yeah, like I said, very underrated film. And to close out my Blu-ray haul, picked up a few Stallone films. I got Bullet to the Head, which I hadn't seen before, and honestly, it's an okay film. It wasn't as good as I thought it would have been, but it's worth watching at least once or twice. Also, Assassins, which I've always enjoyed. Co-stars Antonio Banderas and Julianne Moore. I think this came out in 1995, if I'm not mistaken. Can't believe it's been 22 years. And finally, Lockup, which I saw as a kid back in the drive-in days, man, in Van Nuys, California. How I missed the days of drive-in theaters. Such nostalgia. Kicking back in a car, outdoors, watching a movie on a big screen. Really fun times. So yeah, that's Lockup. So anyway, that's my latest pickups from this past week. Thanks for looking, and I'll see you guys soon in my next update. Take care.